Hello, it's 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition for tonight headlines. We have parliamentary caravan continues in the interior regions. For the international scene, agreement in the EU on a vast reforms of the carbon markets. Welcome to our newsroom. President Gelle expressed warm congratulations to the Emir of Qatar, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gelle, wished the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, health and happiness and more well-being, prosperity and fulfillment to the brotherly people of Qatar celebrating the anniversary of their national day. The people and government of Djibouti join me in saluting the dazzling development undertaken in Qatar under the leadership of Emir Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. President Gelle wrote in the congratulatory telegram sent to the Emir of Qatar. The head of state also took advantage of his correspondence to pay a vibrant tribute to the state of Qatar for the dazzling success of the organization of the 2022 World Cup, which he noted reflected the high ability of the sister nations of Qatar to conduct events of international significance and the full extent of its membership in enlightened civilizations. Prime Minister His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed received for a courtesy visit the new ambassador of Kenya to Djibouti, Mr. Salim. The new Kenyan ambassador was pleased with the quality of relations of friendship and cooperation between the two countries and the two peoples. The Kenyan diplomat also welcomed the many other structures in which the two nations maintain an active collaborations, including IGAD and African Union. For his part, Prime Minister His Excellency Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed welcomed the ambassador to Djibouti and assured him of his availability and the necessary support in the accomplishment of his mission. The meeting was attended by the head of the Prime Minister's Office, Mr. Ali Sile Abdallah, the Director of Communication, Mr. Shukri Ali Budale, and the Chargé d'Affaires of the Kenyan Embassy in Djibouti. The Secretary of State in charge of sports, His Excellency Hassan Mohammed Kamil, received yesterday in his office the youth of Kung Fu Wushu who participated in the 8th World Games of Kung Fu Wushu for juniors in Jakarta, Indonesia, held in the individuals and collective performances. The number one of the department did not fail to congratulate and encourage the kids before praising the work done by the Djiboutian Federations of Kung Fu Wushu, which does a remarkable job since the detection is until the consecrations of talents, and this is in accordance with the policy of the State Secretariat for Sports. The young people were accompanied by the president of the Djiboutian Kung Fu Wushu Federationists and their parents, led by the president of the Djibouti Kung Fu Wushu Federation, Mr. Muhammad Ali Umar. Our young people, all aged 11 years, have done a very good performance in this tournament by losing in the 8th finals. The tournament included a total of 56 countries. After this first international experience, our young nuggets will have the opportunity to confirm this July in China all the expectations placed in them. The parliamentary caravan organized by the National Assembly continue in the interior regions. After Arta and Ali Sabir, the parliamentary caravan went to the region of Dekhel to meet the population. Upon their arrival in the city of Unity, the parliamentarians of the Okar regions were received by the Deputy Prefect, Mr. Idris Hussein Abbas, and the President of the Regional Council, Mr. Mahad Hussein Ahmed. Then the delegation went to the locality of Kontali, located at 10 kilometers from the chief towns, where a warm welcome was reserved to the caravan. During the exchange, the elected officials recalled the importance of supporting the process of performance of promotions and protections of women's rights at the national level. The parliamentarian underlined the progress made made in the areas of women's rights in our country. The village elders thanked the delegation before recalling that women are the foundations of our society. Ms. Fatuma Ahmed, the only female village chief in the Republic of Djibouti, took the floor. In her turn, she highlighted the progress made while recalling the importance of continuing the efforts for a better representations of women in the local and national decision-making spheres. The team chosen for this parliamentary caravan is human rights of women in rural areas and the promotions of women's rights in general, which is directly derived from the work plan of the Parliamentary Committee on Human Rights. As part of the celebrations of the World Arabic Languages Day, which corresponded to December 18, the Saudi School organized this morning an event dedicated to honor the laureate of the ambassador of the custodians of the two holy mosques in Djibouti, Faisal bin Sultan Al Qabbani, for the Arabic languages. The ceremony took place in the presence of the Chargé d'Affaires of the Saudi Embassy in Djibouti, Mr. Abdulaziz Al Harbi, the Secretary General of the Ministry of National Education, Vocational Training, Mohammed Abdullah Mahyoub, and the Director of the Saudi School in Djibouti, Mr. Saleh bin Abdullah Al-Ghamdi, in addition to the Director General of the Academy of Industrial Science and Technology, Mr. Maysara Mohammed Saif, the advisors of the President of the National Assembly, Ali Abdan Abdu, participate in the annual event. Members of the Saudi missions and several teachers of the Saudi school, which was established in 1993. The competitions, which culminated with the ambassador of the custodian of the two holy mosques in Djibouti, was followed by various Arab schools in the Republic of Djibouti. The first winners received a certificate of recognition from senior officials. The event, held on the occasions of the International Day of the Arabic Language, was marked by songs and poems that emphasized the tangible importance of the Arabic languages and the central role played by the Saudi school in the teaching and disseminations of the Arabic language. Arabic is one of the most important and widely spoken languages in the world, with some 467 million people speaking Arabic in the Arab world, as well as neighboring countries such as Iran, Turkey, Chad, Mali, and Senegal. In a speech delivered at the ceremony honoring the winners of the Saudi school, the Saudi Ambassadors Awards in Djibouti, the director of the school of Djibouti, Mr. Saleh bin Abdullah Al-Ghamdi, stressed the great importance of the Arabic language. He recalled that the world celebrates the 18th December every year on the occasions of the International Day of the Arabic Language, in conjunction with the UN resolutions of 1973, which stipulated the inclusion of the Arabic language among the officials and working languages of the United Nations. As part of the Zero Vast programs, the local elected representative of the district, Engela, in this case Ms. Fatuma Utban Muhammad, organized yesterday, Saturday, in collaboration with the Management Committee and the municipality of Bul'aus, a day of cleaning, large scales. This is primarily the strengthening of actions that can beautify the city, but also a sure way to raise awareness of the importance of cleanliness that remains a guarantee of health and protect against environmental discomfort. Prior to this work, the indefatigable local elected officials of this district, Ms. Fatuma Utban Muhammad, had mobilized the civil society of Engela, the active associations, as well as the district council, so that this cleaning day is a success. The parliamentarian Hussein Abdul Qadir and the president of the commune of Bul'aus, Mr. Abdul Qadir Iman Aden, the management committee, the local elected officials of the commune of Bul'aus, the sub-prefectures of the second district, the directorate of the offices of road, and the representative of ONIAD, as well as the civil society, participate in this cleaning operation. Regarding the initiative Zero Vasta, The objective is to put in place administrative measures to raise awareness among all residents of the three municipalities of the city of Djibouti and work together to fight against insalubrity of the city. CGSOE Djibouti confirmed its supremacy in athletics. Decidedly, the 3,000 meters at the games of CGSOE is really under the dome of Djibouti. After the famous exploit, the boys have confiscated this Friday the podiums and have offered to Djibouti the first triple of its history. They are Mukhtar Idris Samriye, gold medalist, Abdurazak Hassan Ahmed, silver medalist, and Waberi Ige Hussein, bronze medal. These results are the fruit of several months of hard trainings and many sacrifices. What a satisfaction is to see their work finally paid off. A special mention is to Para, the coach of the national selections of the CGSOE, who was able to instill his philosophy in record time. The medal ceremony was attended by the State Secretary General of the State Secretariat for Sports, Ms. Khadija Ibrahim Idris, and the Director of Sports, Abshir Ali Hassan. Congratulations to all of our heroes. This is a huge achievement and a huge honor for Djibouti. We are all proud of you. And he said, the Secretary of State for Sports, His Excellency Hassan Mohammed Kamil, visibly moved and satisfied with the results. It should be noted that for the Secretary of State in charge of sports through the Djiboutian Federation of Athletics, a provider of talents, athletics remains one of the main disciplines that promote the national sport. The final of the Qatar 2022 World Cup between Argentina and France was broadcasted on a giant screen in the fan zone of the Goulet Stadium. The fan zone was packed with young supporters of Blue and Argentines, and so the participations of the Minister of Youth and Culture, Hibo Mumin Asowi, and the Director of Dimani, meeting full of emotions and surprises in the first half of Argentinian score, two goals, a penalty signed Messi and another goal of Di Maria. In the second half, the Blue of Mbappe have equalized against Argentina, 2-2. The surprise was launched by the super Lionel Messi, who scored third goals that made the joy of all the Latinos, but the luck turned again to the hexagon that equalized to 3 goals for each again, with a penalty marked by the dynamic Mbappe, who makes the French-speaking world vibrate. Finally, the finals took up a tiring and slow trends and turned to 30 minutes overtime that ended with a penalty shootout to 4-2. On this occasion, the Blue lost to the Argentinians, and Lionel Messi wrote the last missing chapters of his football history. Like other sites in the capital and regions, the fan zone of Goal Soccer Djibouti, located in the Iran, to broadcast last night the final of the World Cup, Qatar 2022. The fan zones of the football of Djibouti was packed with the young supporters of Blue and Argentine. So the participation is of the representative of the United Nations, Jose Barahona, the Albiceleste of Messi double won in these legendary finals after a penalty shootout marked by the failures of Coman and Chouameni. France came back heroically on 2 occasions, thanks in particular to Mbappe hat-trick golden shoe, but failed in their quest for a historic double. The team of the RTD collected the reactions of the fans of Messi. On the occasions of the world event, the 22nd of the east of the Djiboutian population are reverted to Qatar to follow the World Cup finalists in projections on giant screen in the CDC of the capital, and the region is gathering all the ages group of the community by leaving their televisions to give appointment in order to share and live in atmospheres of suspense and enthusiasm in a festive and effervescent atmospheres, not only telespectator but to participate, to beat and to criticize. Every matches during the finals, the population of Obok was mobilized massively at the CDC of Obok with the presence of the high authorities of the region, namely the president of the regional council of Obok, Mr. Mohammed Ismail, the representative of the prefectures of Obok, Mr. Mohammed Hassan, the members of the regional council, the colonel of the police, the president of the community council of CDC. This giant screen allowed Djiboutians to meet in the same place to live together these strong moments in an atmosphere of conviviality and fraternity, promoting national unity, team spirit, solidarity, and sharing. Like other sites in the capital and the region of Dikhil to broadcast last night the finals of the World Cup Qatar 2022 and the fan zones of the footballs of Djibouti was packed with the young supporters of Blue and Argentina. The Albiceleste of Messi double won the legendary finals after a penalty shootout marked by the failures of Coman and Chouameni. France come back heroically on two occasions, thanks in particular to Mbappe, tracks a golden shoe, but failed in their quest for a historic double. The team of RTD collected their In the evening of Sunday, December 18, 2022, the regional sub-directorate of Tajora moved to Dora village to finish the projections of the World Cup with the population of Dora. This final of the World Cup in the reform of our projection showed the participation of the Member of Parliament, Omar Adan Said, the sub-prefect of Dora, Mr. Abdallah Kamil, elected local officials, Mr. Ali Dini, sub-directors of the region, Ms. Medina Dimbio, the principal of college, Mr. Ahmed Jabir, the coordinators, Mr. Ibrahim Hamadou, as well as the general public and football fans. This projection is very useful for the youth who do not have televisions in their respective homes. And this projection of match continued from the beginning of the World Cup in remote localities like Dora, thanks to the Secretary of State in charge of sports, who granted the necessary materials so that the youth can watch the World Cup at home. The population of Dora, thanks to the Secretary of State in charge of sports, His Excellency Hassan Mohammed Kamil, who works tirelessly to enhance sport through the national territory. For the international scene, France-Argentina final, Argentines drank with you in the street of Buenos Aires a few hours after Argentina's victory over the Blue at the World Cup in Qatar. The streets of the capital, Buenos Aires, were filled with a crowd of ecstatic fans. This is the third time that Argentina has won the prestigious trophy. Our special correspondent was there. Albiceleste fans are not hiding their joy, and for good reasons. This is the third time the country's national football team has won the World Cup. Video festivity and being shared on social networks. And to close up this edition, climate agreement in the EU on a VAT reforms of the carbon market. The EU reached agreement on Sundays on a wide-ranging reforms of its carbon market, the centerpiece of the European climate plan, after talks on negotiators from European Parliament and EU member states agreed to raise its ambitions and expand its scope. This pronged reforms proposed in July 2021 by the European Commission should make it possible to achieve the ambitious greenhouse gas reductions target on 27 member climate plan. This is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.